Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Cookie Pirate. Today, we're flying the Cirrus SR22 going from Bora in French Polynesia over to Moorea, which is just before the island of Tahiti. We're going at 19,000 feet. En route time is going to be about 45 minutes. 137 nautical miles. Climb aboard, let's go flying.
Be your superhero.
120 at 8 knots. The wind. Pretty good weather here overall. Oh, hey, look at that. We get a view of a fire truck. Let's hope we don't need the fire truck. That's stupid. Excuse me. Alright, let's get this going here. Park and brake setback. I misclicked the highlights. Battery 2 on. And we'll just roll right through these checklists here. Exit there. Cockpit preparation there. 25.8 looks good. Flap light. All these systems are working. So, rather than spend the time going through them when we know that they're working. Now, if we had simulated chances of failure, then we'd definitely go through and double check. But I have all of that turned off. Everything is working. So we can just skip through the checks and just really work on cockpit preparation to get this thing going here. So basically, we're gonna skip the it's on. We're looking at it right now, but we don't need to drop the flaps. All of that stuff. We'll go ahead and bring battery master 1. Fuel quantity is set. We do need to look at that, make sure we have the right amount of fuel. We got more than enough. This needs to go to GPS. Mixtures full. 8 primes. Come on. Boost. Before we start the engine, I'm going to call a pushback. Just give us a little more room to move. What a great view of the mountain here. Beautiful view of the airport. Let's see if we can read the sign. Oh, we actually can. That's pretty cool. It's kind of missing the flags. Huh. I just noticed that. You have the poles, but not the flags. Oh well. And we just need to make sure we have enough room to turn back out. So we'll just push back to the white line. No, actually, we'll keep going to the second white line. Well, we'll loop around and taxi out that way. And then down to the runway. That's good there. Get the keys off.
Don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Kinda just stuck on the wheel there for a second. Anyway, alright, just moving away. Drop area. We're good to go ahead and start. Clear! Good. Oil pressure's up in the green, temperature's rising. That looks good. 27 Celsius on the ground. Let's get the weather in Bora here real quick. None available. Forget they may not have it here. Wish they would. Alright, well the altimeter's set, we have the temperature, so those are the two most important things. I know the wind is set, it was 120 at something, so we'll take runway 11 for departure. And that'll also be right the direction we need to go. Alright, that's all good here. Let's go ahead and turn the avionics and alternators on. Strobe lights, I forgot that. That is set. We are going at 19,000 feet. .110. VNAV on, FLC is on, altitude, nav on. Autopilot's ready. Nav lights on, we're ready to taxi. I'm gonna skip the run-up since that's testing everything. What we'll go ahead and do is drop the flaps to half, pull back on the power here a little bit. Get up onto the runway and we'll take a left turn. We'll back taxi. And we'll just check our final things before we take off here. Landing light on. Flaps are set to half, mixture full rich. Gallons set on boost. We will check the trim quickly. Trim set to take off, we're good. Alright, we are lined up, runway 11. Powerful. Airspeed's alive, engine instruments are looking good. 77 will rotate. And we're up. Positive rate of climb, we can bring the flaps up. Very good. Now look at that pretty view. And we basically take right off on course, which is awesome. So our speed's a little fast at the moment. So we pitch up and get a little bit of a higher climb rate. 800 feet.
Engaging autopilot.
Autopilot. Good. Flaps are up. Mixture. We can go off. And we can turn the landing lights off. It's a little early to do that, I would say, in general, but that's fine. Get that beautiful view of the mountain of Bora there. Now, we can't really see it much. If you look just kind of up over the nose, though. Raiatea and Taha'a. The back there. Get a view outside. Right here are all the resorts. You get a better view of them when you're coming into land. I mean, you can kind of see them here. There's the islands, Taha'a and Raiatea, Huahine in the back. We can't see Moorea or Tahiti yet, but we will. And actually taken off in the back, you can see Maupiti and Tupai. Right. Transponders are automatic, that's good. Now we just climbed to 19,000 feet. That's a cool view.
Too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm a fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do.
Alright. Well, we're just about half. Yeah, we're actually over halfway to our cruise altitude. 9,500 was the halfway point. So yeah, here's Bora Bora behind us. If you look right, just off the nose is the island of Taha'a. And Raiatea back here. There's the airport. Huahine. And just starting to become visible on the horizon, you can see Tahiti, and then Moorea doesn't really stand out yet, but it's in front of Tahiti. We'll see it more distinctly as we get higher up and a little closer. And we have a nice direct headwind right now, 11-12 knots. Weather's absolutely gorgeous over here. Kind of see some clouds up that way. That's kind of to the north, northeast. Now we can see the whole route.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me.
A lot of wide open ocean over here.
By the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight.
Ha! Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can see the pedals and stuff, the park and brake. You can see the ELT switch, static source, all the circuit breakers, which don't actually work in the sim. Oxygen switch, which doesn't work. It's disabled because, I mean, you're not going to need it. They don't simulate lack of oxygen, which would be interesting if it did. Ah, pitot heat. Of course. 3 Celsius up at 15,000 feet. We can kind of see a little bit of Raiatea there. View outside the cockpit quickly. You can just barely start to see Moorea in front of Tahiti. It's kind of like this right here. Huahine. Raiatea, we're right over basically the end of, or the edge of Taha'a. The reef. Yeah, the barrier reefs aren't really well depicted in the sim for some of these islands. It's one thing I would like to try to get a correction for. Now we got a ways to go. Of course, the wings, the flowers on the wingtips kind of match the Polynesian location and scenery and everything like that. We have a great 13 knot tailwind direct I mean, it is right in line. That's awesome. Standard pressure on the altimeter. Above 18,000 feet. 500 to go to our cruise altitude. -5 Celsius. Alright, we've reached our cruise altitude. Let's go ahead and do cruise items. We're going to pull the power back to 30.5 on the manifold pressure. There we go. Bump that forward just a little bit. Now we got to bump it back a little bit. There we go. We'll switch the tank. I didn't forget this time. We'll switch that to the right. We'll let it catch up a bit. And as the speed's still coming up, it is saying 28 minutes to go. Just gonna do a straight-in visual approach runway 12 over at Moorea, and that'll be a cool view. We're not gonna see much of the island. We'll see a little bit of it. Well, no, that's not true. We'll see a bunch of the island. We're just not gonna fly over it much. But pretty much the entire island will be visible off the right wing. And then we'll also have a view straight at Tahiti on our way down into Moorea, which will be really cool. And top of descent will be our discretion. We'll probably do when we get closest, just to set the direct to this point here, straight, and then final. We pull this up on the map, we can see it a little better here. This is Huahine, right here. This island right there. Let's see. Well, you can't with this in the way. Anyway. So there's this fixed TRA. And then we'll go kind of set up like that. Ah, there we go. Alright. Now we finally got this set up the way I wanted it to. It's just a little tricky when you do this flight plan management. Especially with just the G1000 and not having the... like the screen FMS and everything. But this is cool. This is the Fare or Huahine Airport. And... not quite the halfway point. But if we look backwards, kind of behind us, we can see Huahine, Raiatea, Taha, and Bora Bora. And that's where we took off from. Tupai and Maupiti up there, too. And then if you look forward, ahead, now you can see the separation more clearly. Moorea and then Tahiti. And now we have the route Tiare, and then we have straight, final, runway 12. There we go. And now we have our top descents displayed. It's actually not that far. And it'll tell us when to start descending. I don't know how low we'll need to be when we get to Tiare. The VNAV will tell us that. So what we'll do is just, so that we don't get held up, we'll bring the altitude down to about 8,000 and we'll just adjust. We won't start descending yet because we haven't clicked any FLC or vertical speed or anything. The VNAV will automatically start our plane down at the appropriate time, which is the top of descent point. Wind is picking up 17, 18, 19 knot tailwind. We're actually making great speed right here. 236 across the ground, that's really good. You can see the islands out over here on the synthetic horizon. Engine parameters are all looking good. So what a substantial difference here. If you look at this info right here, this is interesting. It's minus 6 Celsius, 21 Fahrenheit. ISA, which is the standard temperature, what would normally be at 19,000 feet is minus 24 Celsius. So we're 18 Celsius above that, which isn't unusual for the tropics like this. ISA, International Standard Atmosphere. And they have standard temperatures for each, and standard pressures for like all the different altitudes. They have the change rates, everything like that, and we don't use that. I mean, we do, but usually the plane just takes all that other stuff into account because it's basically never actually standard. Alright, well, we're just about to top a descent here. Alright, and it's gonna have a start downward right here, top of descent point. Good. And yeah, now we can very clearly see Moorea in front of Tahiti. And we'll go ahead and take the power out. We're looking for about a 13 to 1400 feet per minute descent. .248. We're going faster in the descent than we were at cruise, which, I mean, kind of makes sense, but, I mean, it's having us leave so much power in. 245 across the ground. It's just insane. We're going to leave standard pressure for now until we get closer to the airport, because Moorea does not have weather set. I mean, what we could do, actually, since Tahiti's only a few miles across the water. Q1011. Ah, okay, so that's how that's set. Alright, now we're starting to slow down. We'll just go direct to this fix for now. Couple descent items here. Do we want to switch fuel? No, it's looking good. So we can leave it on the right tank. No flaps needed yet. Lights not needed yet. Boost pump not needed yet. Still high enough up. Oh, I forgot about those little islands out there. That's, oh, I can never remember the name of it. I have to look it up. I can't remember. Maybe Mayao, if I'm not mistaken. I probably am. Probably wrong. It's this right down here. Oh, the name's not coming up. Oh, it is. It is Mayao. Okay. Pull back on the power a little bit. Try to get our speed slowed just a little. Now, if you look up over here, it's Tahiti. Tahiti Airport's right over here, and then Moorea's airport. It's like right over here. About 8 minutes till we're on the ground. It'll probably be a little more than that. I'd say 10 to 11 minutes we'll be on the ground. Still trying to bleed speed off. We're still doing 160 in the descent, indicated. We're making really good time. But we're gonna have to get this plane slowed down pretty quickly once we get to these fixes. think later tonight, I plan on doing a jet flight from somewhere in the LA area over to Las Vegas, which is going to be pretty neat. Look forward to that. Probably go in the citation longitude. About another 5 minutes till we reach our fix. Skip that spot.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams.
Alright, now we're getting in a little closer. Let's do a couple things. Pitot heat can come off. We left that on longer than it needed to be. We'll turn the landing light on. We'll go ahead and turn boost pump on. Fuel we can switch back to the left. Whoops, close that. Ah, come on. Alright, there we go.
I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know
Yep, we're getting close. Ah, look at that. There's the western edge of Moorea. The cool thing about this island, it's kind of shaped like a triangle, but then you have these two little bays that are kind of cut into the north side. Kind of have a bay here, and then you have a bay here. Zoom in and take a look here. There's the airport right here. It's starting to get a little bumpy down here. Right there. And then Tahiti's airport is right over here. We're super close. I mean, you can literally look across the water from one airport and see the other. Winds have kind of shifted a little bit. I don't think that'll be too much to have to worry about for right now. But yeah, I mean, basically we'll pull the power, get slowed down, and just fly straight in. This is actually pretty easy. No funky turns or fancy moves or anything like that. It's basically take off straight on course and basically fly straight on course to land. So this is really quite simple. 2400. We have a couple peaks out over here that are higher than us. This is higher than us. This right here is just slightly higher than us, and everything else is just barely below us right now. As we continue to descend, it'll pop up higher too. Two and a half minutes to the airport this is showing, and it doesn't take into account that we're going to slow down. It'll probably be more about 4.5. This is actually showing us right on course. Let's procedures activate. There we go. And the approach indicator should come alive pretty quickly here. What we need to do is take the power out and get this plane slowed way down fast. We can't drop any flaps until we're below 150. And I usually like to wait until we're down to about 140 just to give a measure. Yeah, we can technically go below 150, but yeah, we're good to go half flaps now. Let's go half. Alright, we have the diamond. And VNAV should fly us. Diamond. We can hand fly it at this point though. Let's add a little bit of power. A little high, but we don't want to drop too low too quickly here. But yeah, this is a pretty approach because we have the island and then we have Tahiti basically right in front of us. Alright, let's take some power out. Let's go full flaps. And yeah, we'll be on the ground. 1 minute. There's a golf course.
500.
Add a little power. We're still a little high, so we can work with that. We're slowed right down to final approach speed. That actually worked out perfectly. Still high. 4 lights on here, but our diamond, our purple diamond or magenta diamond isn't. Quick altimeter set. 200 feet to go. We're looking good. Take a little power out. Nose come down. Power all the way out. This is a rough landing. Same thing kind of happened, the nose dropped. And I think part of it is because I'm not pitching back as much. Like my trim's not set to do that or something. Alright, flaps up. 28 Celsius here on the ground. What a beautiful view. And right over there you can see the island of Tahiti. Who's parking us? Is it these people over here? No. Okay, we're parking ourselves. Right in front of the airport building. Alright, we're on the ground. Set the parking brake. That's... Oh! They have the luggage cart and everything simulated. That's so cool. Departures, arrivals. Wow. That's really cool. Alright. Let's do the final checklist here. Landing light off. Because they're all off there. Flaps are up. Mixture. Boost pump off. Fuel tank set. Avionics off. Got the mixture. 41 minutes, 56 seconds in the air. Not bad. Alright, engine is confirmed. Stopped. Ignition off. We can go ahead and turn the strobe and nav lights off. Alternators off. And one last look around. Everything looks good. Battery switch is off. Alright, airplane is shut down. Here we are right in front of the building. That's so cool, actually. I don't think I've parked up close to this. That's really neat. That looks awesome. It's control tower, a couple hangars over there. Alright, folks. Well, welcome to Moorea in French Polynesia. Thanks for flying with me and hope to catch you aboard on the next one. And as always, until then, take care, stay safe. We'll see ya.